Spring is here, and the deals are hotter than ever at Shack Shop. Turn heads with stunning bikinis, now on sale. Explore the deep with cutting-edge underwater drones. Gear up for adventure with durable tents for every trip. Ride into spring with unbeatable deals on bikes. Fresh styles, women's fashion, and must-have looks, all discounted. Don't miss the Shack Shop Spring Fling Sale. These prices won't last. Shop now and make this spring unforgettable, only at Shack Shop.
Rumors of a rekindled romance are swirling once again after Bella Hadid and her former partner, professional horse trainer and rider Adan Banuelos, were recently seen spending time together in a setting that felt both familiar and telling. The unexpected reunion took place deep in the heart of Texas, at a high-profile equestrian gathering hosted at filmmaker Taylor Sheridan's expansive ranch, an environment that has long reflected Banuelos' world and, increasingly, Hadid's evolving lifestyle. The sighting, which reportedly occurred roughly 2 weeks ago, has reignited speculation about the status of their relationship. Though neither Hadid nor Banuelos has publicly commented, the atmosphere surrounding their interaction and the details that have since emerged have fueled curiosity among fans and insiders alike. A quiet moment that spoke volumes. According to attendees and images circulating online, Hadid and Banuelos were seated close together during a celebrity cutting horse event, a specialized competition that showcases the skill of horse and rider in separating cattle from a herd. The two appeared relaxed and engaged in conversation, sharing what observers described as a natural, easy rapport. Both were dressed in attire that blended seamlessly into the Western setting, cowboy hats, denim, and understated pieces that reflected the culture of the ranch. Hadid, known globally for her high-fashion presence, seemed completely at ease in the environment, smiling, leaning in, and appearing fully immersed in the moment. For those familiar with their past, the scene carried a sense of déjà vu. The pair had previously been spotted together at similar events during their relationship, often presenting a united front that bridged two very different worlds, international fashion and the tight-knit rodeo community. A relationship marked by contrast. Hadid and Banuelos' relationship has always drawn attention, not just because of their public profiles, but because of the contrast in their lifestyles. Hadid, a globally recognized supermodel, was raised in a high-profile, media-driven environment. Her career has taken her across continents, placing her at the center of fashion weeks, campaigns, and celebrity circles. Banuelos, by contrast, is deeply rooted in the equestrian world. Known for his expertise in cutting horses, he operates within a more insular, tradition-driven community centered in Texas and the broader rodeo circuit. His daily life revolves around training, competition, and ranch work, far removed from the flash and pace of international modeling. Sources close to the pair previously suggested that these differences played a significant role in their breakup earlier this year. While there was genuine affection between them, blending their lifestyles proved challenging over time. One insider previously noted, she tried to integrate into his world and he made efforts to understand hers, but the gap between those worlds is wider than it seems from the outside. The breakup that wasn't so simple. Their split, which became public several months ago, was described as complicated rather than definitive. The two had reportedly experienced an on-again, off-again dynamic, marked by strong emotional connection but ongoing friction. Adding to the complexity was their shared investment in high-value horses, assets that are not only financially significant but also emotionally tied to the equestrian lifestyle they briefly shared. These joint commitments made a clean break more difficult, keeping their lives intertwined even after they decided to go their separate ways. At the time, sources indicated that their differing priorities and long-term visions contributed to the decision. Hadid's global commitments and Banuelos' rooted rural lifestyle created tension that neither could fully resolve. A night that drew headlines. Shortly after news of their breakup surfaced, both Hadid and Banuelos found themselves in the spotlight again due to an incident in Weatherford, Texas. On the early morning of January 31st, Banuelos was arrested for public intoxication following a series of events that began outside a local bar. According to reports, Hadid had been pulled over by law enforcement nearby around the same time. Banuelos reportedly approached deputies during the stop, explaining that he had followed Hadid after she left her phone behind at a bar and that he was concerned for her well-being. He admitted to having consumed several beers and agreed to a field sobriety test, which ultimately led to his arrest. Authorities later clarified that the arrest was precautionary, aimed at preventing potential harm. He was released the same day after posting a relatively small bond. The incident added another layer of complexity to their relationship narrative, highlighting both concern and tension, as well as the lingering connection between them even after their reported split. A connection that lingers. Despite the challenges, it's clear that Hadid and Banuelos have maintained some level of connection. Their recent appearance together suggests that whatever issues led to their breakup may not have fully severed their bond. Observers at the Texas event noted that their interaction did not appear strained or awkward. Instead, it reflected familiarity, something deeper than a casual encounter between former partners. Whether this signals a full reconciliation or simply a continuation of a complicated friendship remains uncertain. However, the setting itself was a ranch, surrounded by horses, and the rhythms of ranch life was significant. It represented the space where their worlds once overlapped most naturally. the beginning of their story. Hadid and Banuelos were first linked romantically in October 2023, when they were seen sharing a kiss during a walk in Fort Worth, Texas. At the time, the pair surprised many, as Hadid had largely kept her romantic life private following previous high-profile relationships. Their connection quickly became more visible. By early 2024, Hadid had publicly acknowledged the relationship, sharing personal photos that offered glimpses into their time together. The images painted a picture of a grounded, affectionate partnership, one that seemed to bring Hadid into a quieter, more rose lifestyle of her. Fans responded with enthusiasm, drawn to the authenticity of the relationship, and the contrast it presented to Hadid's usual public image. Life at the crossroads. What makes the story particularly compelling is the intersection of two vastly different lifestyles. Hadid's career demands constant travel, public appearances, and engagement with a global audience. Banuelos' life is meanwhile defined by routine, discipline, and a deep connection to land and animals. Relationships that bridge such divides can be both enriching and challenging. They offer opportunities for growth and perspective, but they also require compromise and adaptation that not everyone is willing or able to sustain long term. For Hadid, her time in the equestrian world appeared to be more than just a passing interest. She has long been passionate about horseback riding, and her relationship with Banuelos seemed to deepen that connection. For Banuelos, stepping into Hadid's world likely brought its own set of pressures: media attention, public scrutiny, and a pace of life far removed from the mange. What comes next? As of now, neither Hadid nor Banuelos has addressed the recent sighting publicly. Their silence has only intensified speculation, leaving fans and observers to interpret the meaning of their reunion. It's possible that they are exploring a renewed relationship, this time with a better understanding of the challenges they face. It's also possible that they are simply maintaining a friendship rooted in shared experiences and mutual respect. What is certain is that their story continues to evolve in a way that resists simple categorization. It is neither a straightforward romance nor a clean break. It exists somewhere in between, shaped by timing, circumstance, and the complexities of two very different lives. The power of place. The setting of their recent reunion is worth noting. Taylor Sheridan's ranch is more than just a backdrop. It represents a cultural space where storytelling, tradition, and modern celebrity intersect. Known for its connection to Western-themed productions and events, the ranch has become a gathering place for those who appreciate the heritage and disciplined ranch life. For Hadid and Banuelos, being seen together there carries symbolic weight. It suggests a return to the environment where their connection first took root, a place where the noise of the outside world fades and the rhythms of a different life take over. Final thoughts. Relationships in the public eye are often reduced to headlines and speculation, but the reality is usually far more nuanced. In the case of Bella Hadid and Adan Banuelos, their story reflects the challenges of bridging different worlds, the persistence of emotional connection, and the possibility that some bonds are not easily broken. Whether this recent sighting marks the beginning of a new chapter or simply a moment of reconnection, it has captured attention for a reason. It speaks to something universal, the idea that even after distance, differences, and difficulty, certain connections have a way of resurfacing when the time and place feels right.